What's up everyone, it's Dimitri here from LearnMate Tutoring, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my exam revision advice for the upcoming VCE English Language 3-4 exam. Now, I do understand the exam is about 2 months away, so now time to start thinking about how you're going to revise for the exam. I'm sure your teachers would be talking about it now, as your SACs would probably be coming to a close. So it's important that you start to know how to prepare for the English language exam rather than just leaving it to the last minute and cramming, which a lot of students do. And you want to make sure you're not in that boat. So today I'm going to get you on track to creating a plan. So what I recommend you do is create a new Word document or Pages document if you're on Mac, and then just list, okay, for my English language revision schedule, I want to do this, 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 and this. And that's what I did in Year 12, and it works really, really well. Because you've got so many subjects to revise for, if you do not have a plan, and if you don't stick to the plan, more importantly, it's going to be very hard for you to equally revise for each subject, and therefore one subject, you may not do so well in the actual final exam. So with that today, I'd like to speak about the English language exam. And in terms of my advice, in the next few weeks, I'll be posting an exam maximization plan, basically how to use reading time and writing time effectively in the exam, but I'll do that in a few weeks. So number one, and I have attached an article link to this video, so make sure you read through that because everything I mentioned today will be mentioned in that article. But firstly, to ensure that you actually prepare effectively for the exam, number one, I'd start to create comprehensive notes for all areas of studies for both Unit 3 and 4. So just get a blank document, consolidate all the information you've done over the past year, and say, okay, this is my final Unit 3-4 notes, obviously do not just copy and paste chunks of text from the textbook. That's really not going to help you at all. Make sure you write it in your own words. Number two, start to prepare final quotations and examples list, media examples, linguist quotes, and so forth, according to the main topics. It doesn't have to be 1,000 pages long. It just has to be maybe 5-6 pages long. Something you can remember, hopefully remember most of it for the actual exam, because you do want to have a multitude of potential quotes that you can refer to in the exam, and also media examples too. Number three, get access to as many resources as possible. So this may include lectures, workshops, notes, online courses. Make sure you go ask your teacher, do you have any practice exams from other companies? Go to the VCAR website, download all their practice exams. And with that being said, my recommendation would be to complete each practice exam given to you under time conditions. So sit down with the exam at home, write it, do not type it, write it. And when you do write it, make sure you're doing it under time conditions. So, for example, 45 minutes to 50 minutes for the essay, and so forth. Now, sometimes it can be very hard to complete a whole exam within, say, 2 hours. You may have other subjects to revise for, or just generally be busy. So if that's the case, I'd recommend completing each section according to the time conditions given. So, for example, for the essay section, if you just want to do an essay on, say, a Wednesday afternoon because you don't want to do a whole exam, that's okay. But if you do the essay, make sure you do it 45 to 50 minutes and then stop. And also at the same time, use an actual pen. Do not type it because you're not going to be able to do that in the exam. And another thing, guys, in terms of the short answer, analytical commentary, and essay, how I'd revise for each of these. For short answer, make sure when you're completing the exam that you read the question, you look at the marking schedule, the scheme, because that will give you an idea of how much you need to write. Include lots of meta language, and do not overwrite or underwrite according to the marking schedule. And also look for plurals in the question. So if a question says, discuss some linguistic choices, look at the plurality of that particular word and understand that you need to talk about more than one. Many students seem to miss this when they actually do short answer questions. Now for the analytical commentary section, it's really important that you avoid generalizations, and you make sure you make a conscious effort to link back to social purpose, register, context, audience, and so forth. Doesn't mean you need to link back to all three, but just link back to the ones that are most appropriate for that particular text or transcript. And for the essay section, make sure your essay has a combination of both linguist quotes and media examples. If you're just including linguist quotes, you're not going to get a high mark. If you're just including examples without elaboration from credible resources or credible studies, then it can be very hard to get a high mark. Don't waffle on too, make sure you get straight to the point, but at the same time, do not make your language informal. It still is a formal essay, so you have to write formally, and you also have to understand that you have to back up all your points. And also, do not pre-plan your paragraphs. If you're going to pre-plan your paragraphs, it is going to backfire on you. It is important that you have a general idea of the possible themes and topics that could come up in the exam, but do not memorize a whole paragraph and just copy and paste, because you've got to contextualize, you've got to mold that particular paragraph for that particular topic. Okay guys, with that being said, sorry I know it's a long video, but with that being said, I'd love to see you at my upcoming workshop for VCE English Language Exam Revision to be held on September 24th at Victoria University in the Melbourne CBD. Payment is due. If you're interested in attending, payment is due on the 19th of September. And as I said, the actual workshop will be held on Saturday the 24th of September. So I've attached a link below to this video and in the article if you wish to attend that exam revision workshop, where I'll be going through everything that you need to know for the upcoming English language exam. I'll also be giving you a practice exam to complete at home, so it won't be completed at the workshop, but you'll have to complete this at home under time conditions, and I'll provide you with the answers after that via email. So that's it guys, so I hope that helps out with just getting you on track for the exam revision for English language. Make sure you keep working hard, still give yourself breaks, but also work down hard. You've only got 2 months to go and then you're out of school, so keep working hard and best wishes for the rest of Unit 4. Thanks guys.